Hey, hello everybody. How's everyone doing? Super good morning to everyone. This is Kevin Chan here, your host again at the 7:30 in the morning session to talk about Chinese metaphysics in this particular channel. So today we're gonna go back to the basic. We're gonna start back the normal. This is actually the normal stuff that I talk to. Just because this is the beginning of the year 2025 and we are moving from the dragon to the snake, so there were previously a lot of content that is about the 2025 energy shift. So we have finished all that particular content already. So right now we are going back to the normal, and we talk about some of the fundamental of the Chinese metaphysics. And if you are studying BaZi, this particular topic to talk about the 12 earthly branch will be one of it that you'll be going through. And we will go through this particular formation, which is called the tree harmony formation, for you guys to start to understand, how to apply tree harmony, how to identify tree harmony, how to use tree harmony in a more effective manner. Right, so first of all, as usual, good morning. I can see a pack who is always the first one to join in. Thank you very much for the unwavering support. Then I see Noni is here, Sabrina is here, Jocelyn is here. Right, so super good morning to all of you. So today in Malaysia, in the general KL area, it was a early morning shower. Right, so everywhere was having a rain. Right, so for those places whereby it is a little bit more flood prone, they are a bit more scared nowadays. Right, so a lot of places somehow cannot take rain. Right, this one has a lot to do with how we develop the city. Right? So the water dispersion is not done in such a good manner, or the drain are just all clogged. Right, so to see why it is a thing. Right, so yeah, all right, so today we're gonna talk about the tree harmony. Right, so it's gonna be a simple class. Right, so if you sign up for any BaZi class, they will basically teach you this, right? So it's nothing that is too special, right? So no, it's not something that is what we call secret, right? So no. Okay, hello Eve, morning to you as well. Let me just shrink myself down to the smaller version. This is the shrinking so that I don't block. Right, so as usual, get in touch with me. Other many channels, get in touch with me. Telegram is one of us, the fastest. I do read the Telegram. If you have any question that you want to ask, just pop in. Later I will be dumping the tree harmony formula into the Telegram for you guys to download. Right, so if you guys want to download it, up to you. Right, so if not, if you like to read text, I do have a newsletter, right? So you subscribe by putting your email. Anything I publish into the newsletter will actually be sent to you automatically. So if you want to read previous article, you need to go into Substack to read the previous article, right? So there's a lot of previous article that I have already published, right? So go ahead and read. And if you need community support, there's a Facebook fan page that is basically available. So you can join the Facebook fan page, right? So inside is basically for you to source for assistance, people who are also on the Chinese metaphysics journey. So you are in the Chinese metaphysics journey, you need a community to support you. Certain things that you don't understand, you like to source for what we call community contribution. Okay, right, so go ahead, that's where you go and join. Right, so then after that is printing your BaZi chart. If you have not printed your BaZi chart, so currently I'm working with Typing Astro, right? So they are the person that I'm working with, trying to improve their software, right? So a little bit here and there. So if you have not printed your BaZi chart yet, this is something that's pretty new to you. This is the software that you can use. So we are talking about earthly branch. So this is the earthly branch, right? So there is at least 4 standard earthly branch that you should know about in your BaZi chart. Which is one in the year. The year one is very common. Almost everybody also know about the year, right? So that one is super common. But then for some, they don't know that there's another animal sign in the month, another animal sign inside the day, another animal sign inside the hour. So each of the year, month, day, and hour represent different aspect of your life. So if you want to know which aspect is which aspect, I do have a video that talk about this. So you can go and search the essential video that talk about the 4 different pillars, right? So then you know where it basically come from. So all the interaction is talking about this 4 pillar, right? So for you to know, right? So different timing, there's different interaction that's happening, right? So like for example, this particular year, right? So I'm talking about year of snake, right? So although right now it's still year of dragon, only on the 3rd of February, the year of the snake officially coming, right? So the year of the snake, so the snake will form different relationships. So in terms of tree harmony, the snake form tree harmony with the rooster and also the ox, right? So that's the three harmony frame for the snake. So if you got rooster, you got ox inside your chart, so that would automatically be activated by the snake. So right now is we try to understand what does it activate. Okay, cool. Right, so that's one. Hello Cindy, how are you doing? Good morning to you as well. Right, so those are the basic information that you might need in terms of deciphering your own BaZi chart, right? So come, let's go on and take a look. So what are the interaction available? Those with a little tick one, which means that we have already covered. You can go back to the playlist, right, which is this particular BaZi essential playlist, and you can go and talk. So we talk about the combination already. So we talk about the general 12 earthly branches, and then we talk about destruction already. So that's the video done already. Yeah? So you can go and do. So today we're gonna take a look at the three harmony. Right, so which is one of it. So now basically, if you are studying the BaZi, the 12 branches, these are all the interaction that the branches has, which is combination, harmony, clashes, harm, punishment, and also destruction. So all of them is subjected. So basically, your BaZi chart in a span of 12 years, you will go through all of this. Yeah, there's no exception. So that's why I say that BaZi. Your BaZi chart is not special. You go through everything that other people have gone through. It's just that the intensity is different. Right? Every single animal sign has their combination. Every single animal sign have their three harmony. Every animal sign have clash. Every animal sign has harm. Every animal sign has punishment. Every animal sign has destruction. Right? It's just that the intensity is different. So in 12 years, you are not special. Right? So it's just how do you handle, how do you fully leverage on the situation? That's all. That's the only difference, right? So once you can do what we call timing, it's great. So now you know what are the things to expect. All right. So come, let's go in and take a look at three harmony, right? So this is basically the three harmony, right? So just give you all to know, the tiger, the horse, and the dog form a three harmony. The monkey, the rat, and the dragon form a three harmony. The snake, which is this year, right there, 2025, snake, rooster, and ox form a three harmony. The pig, the rat, the rabbit, and also the goat form a three harmony, right? So formula wise is basically like this, right? So now if you recognize the formula, then what is supposed to do? What does it do, right? So this is for you to understand what are the mechanisms that run behind it. So a lot of times, all of this formula actually has a mechanism that run behind it. So which means there is a logical form that basically go beyond this, so that helps you understand how to use the structure. Right. So once you understand the general conceptualization of the structure, then it's much easier for you to use. Right. So now, if you are studying in the olden days, right? So the olden day, or the more classical way of studying. Right, so the three harmony, just tell you that three harmony is nothing more than aligning energy. Right, so later down the month, we have one day whereby they say that 6 of the planet is aligned together. Those are called alignment. So the three harmony is 3 planets go into a certain alignment that assists each other. Right, three harmony is basically an assisting of each other. So later we will explain a little bit. Right, so cosmologically later I will show you how does the the three harmony looks, right? So how does it actually looks when you talk about the three harmony itself, right? So now if you are studying this in a more classical manner, right? So one of the book that we'll go and read is basically called 三明通會, right? So don't have any a plan to translate 三明通會 this word into English, but I'm just telling you, this book does exist. This is again part of the what you call the textbook of studying BaZi, together with your Yun Hoi Ji Ping, together with your Tek Tin Sui, all these kind of books, right? Is talking about BaZi. So this particular book consists of 20 chapters. Each chapter got 8 topics. So it's total 160 topic. Go read lah. Right? And people say that, oh no, these things are easy, it's mumbo jumbo, it's superstitious, you try and write, 160 topic or superstitious for me to see first. Somebody took the time to go and, painstakingly jot this sort of stuff down, right? So now tree harmony is just one of the topic that's inside, that is discussed inside, right? So if you guys want, you guys can go and do your own research, right? So you don't need to, rely on me to do the research or whatever it is. Go ahead. These are all available in the internet, right? So if for those of you who are super lazy, just ask ChatGPT to give you answer, although not very reliable. I tried already, right? So at this current moment, not very reliable because the database that they are using is not reliable. That's all. Maybe one day the database become more reliable, then the answer would be better. But right now, the quality of answer pretty low. Okay, right? So this one is just for you to know that it's not that easy. Right, so come, let's take a look at, 3-1. Now, for you to understand the branches, right? So now the branches basically is just listing out the seasonal timing. The 12 branches is the 12th month, right? So the 12 branches is the 12th month. And by the way, the entire BaZi system is just a calendar system. It's a calendar system. It's a calendar system that tracks different constellation, where the position of the different constellation is. So the belief is that the day that you are born, the constellation instills certain quality to you, the energy that instilled to you, instills certain quality of energy to you, and hence, by understanding this particular energy pattern, which is your BaZi chart, you start to understand that under what condition do you thrive, under what condition do you, is a bit handicapped. So then once you know that, you put yourself in condition whereby you thrive. That's it. Right? Then BaZi allow you to do timing. So when we talk about timing, right? So then there is this thing called major cycle and also a minor cycle. So if you take a look at it, right? So it's basically telling you the major cycle is this entire period, your energy is available and active. Right, then there's one period. So like this one is basically the fire energy. So if you take a look at the fire energy begins mean that it first appeared in the tiger, right? So the tiger got a pink fire inside. That is what is first appeared in the tiger. So it reaches its peak at horse. Horse is where the energy becomes the peak, and then it disappeared after it reaches the dog. So from tiger to dog, what we call a major cycle of energy. This is where the fire energy exists. So then when you look at the pig until the ox, there were no fire inside. Right, so now this one, you go back to the first video which talk about the 12 branches. So I've explained what are the what we call they call it the hidden stem, right? So the thing that's inside, the singing group, I call them the singing group, right? So anywhere else. Right, so this is basically what is talking about, right? So then the idea of the tree harmony is the starting, the peak, and also the end working together in a harmonious manner to boost up the entire energy. So once the energy boosts up already, right, that particular energy become more usable. Right, so question, do you know how to use the energy? All right, so that's basically what we are trying to ascertain when we are doing this. Right, so now you are roughly understand the theory. So let's take a look at it in a more deeper manner. Right, so now I just arrange this in a way whereby it's easier for you to see. Right, so I just put it in the spring season. Spring season is your tiger, your rabbit, your dragon. Right, so for those of you who doesn't know, again, go back to the first video where I introduced all the 12 animal to you guys, or the 12 branches in exactly, right? So then you know that they are together. So the snake, the horse, and then the goat belong to the summer season, right? So and then the what we call the monkey, the rooster, and also the dog, they belong to autumn, right? So and then finally winter is basically the pig, the rat, and also the ox, right? So that's basically the season. So if you take a look at it, right, so every single energy signature, they have their beginning, they have their end. So which is very normal, right? Beginning, there's the end. So if you take a look at it, how do you decide? Because the hidden stem already tells you, So that's why if you can remember the hidden stem inside, right? So then it's easier for you to do. So I arrange it in such a way because it's easier for you to recognize. So later when I switch the screen, then you start to understand. So now if you take a look at it from a astrological point of view, right? So which is the 24 mountain, by the way. So the 24 mountain directional view is basically just an astrological way of tracking up everything. So you can see that 3 points form a perfect triangle. Right, so it's like, all your 3 points is basically covered. So if you are at the center of it, can you see that you are well protected? You are well protected from all areas. So which means that anything comes to you, you can handle. This is what I call universe conspire to make you successful. Right, so this is three energy coming together to ensure that you can get things done. So when you want to do things, right, there is a lot of resources that is required. There's a lot of people that's required. When you are on a three harmony frame, so you have that different level of assistance that is happening. Right, so that's what three harmony is. Multiple directional help coming in to assist you in terms of the things that you are doing. So if you are not doing anything, multiple direction assistant also no use. If you are blur case doesn't know what the hell you are doing, also no use. The energy every time I tell you is neutral. It do not do good, it do not do bad, it only give you the energy. So aka a lot of time, as the example is the gun do not do anything. It depends on the user. Okay, it depends on the user, right? So same thing here, right? So having three harmony doesn't really do much, right? So now let's take a look, right? So when we shift, right? So when we shift, like train in Western astrology, Trini, it's Trinity there, right? So so this is a fire frame, right? So how do you know which frame it is? You just take a look at the center. You take a look at the peak, right? So the three of them, beginning, peak, and then the ending. So the center, which is deciding what frame it is. So this is called fire frame. So of course, when we talk about fire frame, then the fire energy become more prominent, right? So the fire energy will also produce earth. So both fire and also earth energy inside your chart. So when you are subjected to that particular three harmony, whatever fire energy that's inside your chart, whatever earth energy that's inside your chart become enhanced. Right, now again, the word enhanced doesn't mean good. Right, it really depends on the construct of your chart first, right? So enhanced means that it become more available easily for you to use, right? So if you don't know how to use it, it's sure equivalent to death one, right? So it's very normal. Then of course, again, different day master, the element is different. Like for example, if let's say that the fire is the energy, and then your metal day master. Metal day master, the fire represent your direct officer and also your 7 killing, right? It's correct. So when direct officer 7 killing is enhanced, mean that there is an increase of power and authority on you, right? So now, do you know how to use power and authority? If you are somebody who does not have any subordinate, power and authority got no use to you, right? Power and authority is used to control people. Yeah, I can see. So when you have a three harmony combination of fire and you happen to be a metal day master, right? So you need to somehow learn how to use leadership. You need to go and learn leadership, or else that particular energy is just gonna create aggression. So you become an aggressive little piece of shit. That's all, right? So because you got nobody else to control, right? The aggression cannot come out. No, this is like a very active dog that does not allow, it's trapped inside the house, and then it do not allow the dog to basically go out and roam around. So what happened? It will start to destroy the house furniture, you see. Nothing wrong with the dog, right? That's what the dog basically do. So same thing with you, if you got, heightened amount of aggression and then you have nobody to lead. So your energy got no place to go. So what happened? You start destroying things around you. Right, so that person become aggressive, right? So then you can check your parts chart. So if your parts chart normally already don't have any metal inside, suddenly I give you metal, it's called you don't know how to use it because you don't recognize, right? A lot of earth, right, very slow to move. Steady lah, don't call very slow to move. You are just a very steady, very steady, very reserve, very wait until very sure, then only you start to move, right? So now you see a earth, you imagine like a boulder. Boulder don't move lah, but when the boulder start to roll downhill, right? Anyone can stop the boulder? No. So no need, you just need to find a way to tilt your boulder so that it rolls on it. And then, you basically roll over everybody. Right. So when we talk about things like this, like stubborn, right? So now stubborn is not an inactivity or not an activity. Stubborn just means momentum only. When you move, you continue to move. When you stop, you continue to stop. So the entire idea is you know how to tilt the boulder. Right? So just answering, Yeah, no, yes, get sick from bottling up the aggression. So you need to find a way, to do, right? So like if you're, you know that your DO7 killing is very high, and then you are in a sporting event, oh, that's good, lah. Right? You become very disciplined, lah. Run. Got to do that, right? So really depending on what you're doing, right? So come on, let me just switch it to the next frame. So can you see that when you switch it to the next frame, it's just it just move only, right? So it just move the what we call the diagonal line that basically come down. It's just move only, right? So like this is the metal frame. So now this year is the year of snake, right? So 2025 right now. If you're watching it in some other year, then please do know that this is recorded. This is live at 2025. Okay. Right. So because this video is going to be left inside for a very long time, right? So now snake, which is the beginning of the metal. So you can see the metal, if you go through the season, the metal first appeared, right? First appeared in snake, right? So the Geng metal is hidden inside the snake. Then it reaches its peak in rooster. Then it slowly disappeared where it last appeared in ox. So tiger, rabbit, dragon do not have any metal energy in it at all, right? So it got zero metal energy inside. Right, so you can see, so that is basically how you identify. So the three harmony is the begin, the peak, and also the end. Right, so if you can take a look astrologically, it formed that particular triangle. Nothing much more, it's just a triangle on here. Right, so it's the planetary alignment. There's these three planets that protects you, right? So three things that protect, assist how you basically work. So it's again, universe conspired, multiple direction conspired to assist you in terms of getting things done. Same answer to you, if you got nothing to do, no point. That's why some people say that this doesn't work. It doesn't work because the energy is multiplying against zero. You're doing nothing. Right? One of the worst thing that anybody can have when they are practicing BaZi or any sort of astrological is basically believe in magic. Believe in magic means that, oh, I'm going through this particular luck, I should be good. No. Nothing that has to do with that you're going through the luck. You're going through the luck, your activity need to match the energy. Right? Makes sense, right? Right, your activity doesn't match the energy, no use one. Right, the activity do not match the energy, does not have any use at all. Right, so like for example, for those of you who got snake, or you have the rooster, or you have the ox this particular year, so you are part of the three harmony frame, right? So which means that you got any one of them, there are multiple direction people are trying to come and assist you, right? So question, do you know how to allow people to assist you? Some people don't know one, right? Some people has never been trained to receive. I mean, their ability to collaborate is pretty weak, right? So you just put it in that way, right? So because especially Asian, Asian is trained from small to refuse assistance, right? So that's the family training. It's like, oh no, don't owe people stuff, don't borrow stuff, don't owe people stuff, not very healthy, right? So then again, this is a metal frame, so you need to take a look at your day master. What does metal mean to you? If let's say that let's say that you are a fire day master, so fire day master, metal is wealth, right? So metal is, oh, I'm gonna get rich. No, a lot of work to do only, just tell you. So if your work is not tied to remuneration, more work doesn't equal more pay, you just get more work lah. You don't get more pay because why? The system doesn't run that way. It got nothing to you getting rich or not getting rich. Right, so that's why a lot of people has a big mistake when they say that oh, this particular wealth star, I'm supposed to get rich, but your activity doesn't allow you to do so. You're drawing a salary. You do, you don't do, your last month, this month, next month salary is exactly the same. How does that gonna help you in getting rich? It doesn't, right? But does your work volume increases? Confirm increase. Okay. That's the problem with a lot of people. They don't have the framework mindset. They don't know that the thing that they are doing is, doesn't help, right? So in the olden day, what happened, the wealth, it means effort. In the olden day, we are all farmer. We are all fishermen, right? So we own our business in the olden day. Yesterday only we covered, right? So it was only around, what we call 18 plus that, you know, the actual industrial revolution starting or 1780, 1780, right? I'm not wrong, right? So the industrial revolution basically started where factory, you know, starting to flourish, right? That is the only time when they, you know, go around and ask people, you know, hey, don't do your farming now, you know, come over to my factory and work as a factory line worker. Then only the employment start to flourish. Then only, you know, everybody, you know, got scam into, you know, employment and give up, you know. So right now we are going into the era whereby employment become not very popular. Everybody want to be entrepreneur. Yeah, right now we are turning to that particular thing. So you will see that there's going to be more entrepreneur than actual employer, right? So business is going to become much more smaller, right? So scale is become much more smaller, not the big scale business anymore. So the bigger scale business become very difficult. Right, metal is output. I get a lot of crazy ideas. Yeah, correct. No, if let's say that, you know, metal is your output, right? So basically, when metal your output means that you are a what we call a earth day master, earth produce metal, right? So, you know, output. So it actually good when earth has output is actually good because generally earth like to keep everything inside of them. So when there's output, right, they are compelled to cough out whatever they have keep in. So the bad part of it is that secret that you have been keeping will start coming out. So if your friend has you know, some secret that, you know, they constantly come and tell you one, oh, your friend is gonna have a great time finding out that everybody start to know your secret. Yeah, you know, everything that you've been hiding. So if you got any talent that you are hiding, same thing, it will start to show up. Right, this is the period, you know, whereby you start to showcase your talent, right? So now again, right, the energy is not good. The energy is not good. It depends on your circumstance, right? So it does do the same thing. It exposes whatever that's been hidden inside of you. You are more happy to show it out to people. So your showcase energy is basically better, right? Sickness also appearing. Yes, sickness also appearing. Right, so for earth, right, people who is very heavy earth, right, your main problem is that your body hides sickness from you. You're sick, your body don't tell you. So most of the time, if you see earth people, right, they are very chill, steady one. You know? They don't seem to like they fall sick a lot. But when they do fall sick, oh, big problem. Because why? They accumulate a lot of sickness, right? So, you know, it grew bigger until a stage whereby it cannot control any, they know. So that's why if you're earth very heavy one, right, today, please just go and do your medical checkup. That's it only. No need to be so susah, right? Don't wait until your body collapses. Right? So like this is metal. So if we go on, right? So if we take a look. So can you see that, you know, the next frame is just again, you just move downward only. The entire chart just move downward. And then, you know, the triangle just go, right? So this is a water frame. So the monkey, the rat, and also the dragon form a water frame. So dragon was last year is actually still this year because right now it's still January. So right, so it was dragon year. So dragon year, the frame was a monkey, rat, and also dragon. Right? Don't ever tell me secret this year. Yes, Noni, that would be a good thing for you to know that this year, you know, if it's an output frame year, your ability to keep secret is gonna be a little bit more lower. So now again, right, it enhances metal. So you need to take a look at the metal inside your chart. But if your chart normally already don't have metal, then it doesn't affect you a lot. You talk a little bit more. But if your chart already have a lot of metal, it push it up a lot, then, you know, your chances of spilling the bean is very high. Right, so water enhances water, and also it enhances wood, right? So you need to go and study a bit, you know, what is wood, what is water to you, right? So all those kind of things you need to go and do. Right, so then you need to take a look at the frame, right? So, you know, like this is water frame, right? So it's, you know, so then, you know, if you take a look at your chart, if you got monkey and then you got, you know, rat, if you got dragon inside your chart, which means that there is going to be a chance whereby this particular frame will form in your lifetime. In your lifetime, the frame will form. Because why? You got two moving component, which is your luck pillar. Your luck pillar is called moving component. Every 10 years, you are given a different animal sign. So one of these animal sign would basically link with you. Like for example, like for everybody, this one is for everyone is the same. Your fourth luck pillar, right? Your fourth luck pillar, doesn't matter what is the age, your fourth luck pillar usually is 30, 40 years old, right? 30, 40 years old, your fourth luck pillar. will always be a tree harmony combination with your month. So you just need to wait for the year in the 10 year to click in. So you automatically have a tree harmony formation for your month. So for everybody, your 30 to 40 years old is called your career peak. This is where everything is aligned correctly for you to excel in your career. Fourth luck pillar. Everybody has it. So in the olden day, this is where you receive your family business. Right? This is usually the time that your parents has become too old. Right? Your parents become too old, they are 50, 60 years old, cannot work the farm anymore. So they will be actively passing the farm to you. Right? So you are 30, 40 years old. Right? So that's why I always tell people in the olden day, relationship game is very easy to play. The entire mindset is I have a family business, whether it's a fishing boat, whether it's a farmland, whether it's a carpentry business, doesn't matter. I know that I'm going to get old one day that I cannot have the energy to continue to work the family business, which means you're not going to have any rice to eat if I do not have somebody to pass it to, right? So in the olden day, you want to pass it to somebody, it has to be your own people. Because why? In the olden day, there's no such thing as employment. So just now I told you, right? Employment 1780 only started to become hot. Before that, there was no such thing as employment. So you want to pass something to your own people. Who do you need to make the people? You need to go and make the small human, right? So if you need somebody 30, 40 years old to make, so you 20, 30 years old, you need to start to cough out the human, right? So because if you're 20 years old, you cough out the human, by 50, you have a 30 years old. If you're 30 years old, cough out the human, by 60, you will have a 30 years old, right? You can see, that one cannot run one. Right, so that's why the fourth luck pillar, which is your 30, 40 years old, by the way, is called your career peak. Because that is where you receive the family business. Yay! That's the entire idea. So parents, their objective is to get married, have babies, raise the babies to 30, 40 years old. I'm too old to work the farm, I pass it to them. Success. That is the successful formula in the olden day play game. So children is the same, I get birth, 30, 40 years old, I receive the farm. Yeah, right, so that's successful. That's all. In the olden day, the game is so easily played. So that's why, in the olden day, analysis of party chart is very easy. Right, so, very easy, very not too difficult. Today, the entire game plan is different. If you still use the olden day way of analyzing things, right, sure die doesn't work. Right, do not work at all, okay? Right, so you can see, so this one is basically a tree harmony. So, right, the last tree harmony is tree harmony wood. So you can see, no different. So wood begin at peak. Right, peak is where the wood begins. So in the what we call autumn, where the monkey, rooster, and also the dog, there are no wood inside at all. Right, completely no wood inside. Right, so and by the way, so you start to know that the wood actually counter the what we call your metal. So metal actually counter wood. So that's why the wood is not able to survive in the metal season. So that's why in the metal season, there's completely zero wood. Right? Can see, right? So this one also actually bring you the next theory, So if you guys know, it's called tree killing. Right? It's called tree killing. So tree killing is basically very simply tells you is whichever season that your tree harmony frame cannot survive. Right? So just go back a bit. So because we are at this particular metal frame, so right now is snake, right? So the snake is existing inside the snake, the rooster, and also the ox, which is the bigger cycle. So the spring cycle, which is the tiger, the rabbit, and also the dragon, where the metal energy cannot survive. So this tree, the tiger, the rabbit, and also the dragon, is called tree killing. Right? Because why? This tree fella completely decimate the metal energy. So that's why this particular direction, which is the east direction, back to feng shui, east direction is called the tree killing direction. So if you go into the tree killing direction, what happens is that the metal energy completely cannot function. So right now, you understand that if you accidentally activated the east sector, you can right now translate what are the energy that is completely shut down for your BaZi chart, which is the metal energy. So right now you can translate what does metal energy mean, right? So like for example, if let's say that, water day master, Ren and Kui, right? So, the metal represent resources. So if you accidentally activated the tree killing in your house, your resources get shut down, aka cause stupid. if you put resources as knowledge, then it's aka cause stupid, right? If not, is that you can call your subordinate or your helper suddenly disappear. Those people who have resources are resources. So if you want to be a bit more morbid, resources represent your mother. So if you harm your mom, right? So some people like to read it in that particular manner. But anyway, you guys start to understand, right? So that's basically your tree harmony. Not too difficult, right? So you can see that there's pattern, right? So now when you take a look at it, when there is fixed pattern, right? So it means some logic is basically inside, right? There are some logical form of stuff is happening inside, right? Interesting, right? So now this one, long time ago, when science wasn't such a thing, right? They have already observed this. So how, right? Keng metal day master, right? With tree killing in the chart, right? Harm mom or resources. No lah, Keng metal, the metal doesn't represent your mom, the metal represent your friend, you just harm your brother, sister only. That's all. Tree killing just harm your brother, sister. Okay, so you see, different day master, the tree killing different. Hey, today we'll talk about tree harmony and tree killing. Okay, right? But anyway, right? So when we talk about tree killing that time, then we have, right? So we have session talking about different stuff, right? So that's what we do, right? So now let's take a look at it, right? So these are the like example, real life example, right? So now yesterday I told you, please try to use your ChatGPT to get things done. Like this particular graphic is done by ChatGPT. I just type in, right? I want a graphic, that represents the three departments helping each other out, right? So right? So like for example, if you are in a business, right? So you're in a business, the three what we call important what we call department inside yours is happen to be the sales, the finance, and operation. Right, so the sales is in charge of bringing in revenue, right? So the finance is ensuring that the revenue is used in a correct manner, and then the operation is make sure that whatever product that the sales promises is delivered, right? So this is the cycle. Any one of it collapse, your business is not going to work, right? Finance need money to finance all the different projects, so which means that they put it in right. Operation need money to run. Sales need product to be delivered, then only they can do sales. Finance need the money from sales. Can you see that these three departments need each other? They need each other to run, right? They cannot run without each other. Which means the finance department won't have money if let's say sales department doesn't bring in the sales. Operation won't have money to buy if finance department doesn't grow. So and sales don't have anything to sell if operation department doesn't produce. So these three departments need to work in unison. So when you are talking about a tree harmony, is that these three departments right now is working in a very unison manner, right? So sales know how to go and do sales, they know how to bring in the money, right? So they don't oversell on operation. Finance, they know how to manage the money, right? So they know how to distribute the money to different departments, right? So they know how to manage and govern the money. Then operation know how to produce the product using whatever money that is available. So can you see that all three these things, if you work in a unison, you become a very, very strong business unit. So same thing when you are going through tree harmony that time, there is going to be external energy that try to make everything correct with you, but you need to allow the existing energy to work, and you need to know which you are. What role do you play, right? So for example, the snake, the rooster, and also the ox, the three of you play different department, no? Right? Can see the snake got the snake department, right? So the rooster department, the ox department. So what department it is? Thank God. Different day master, you got different. So if you got snake, so you know that okay, so tree harmony I'm in charge of, because the snake is in charge of the major fire energy. So you translate your fire energy to your thank God. So you already know, okay, so I am in charge of this. The other two will come and assist me. But if you are doing the wrong thing, right? Hell cannot help you. Hell can't help you if you're doing the wrong thing. So that's why a lot of time people say, oh, this doesn't work, because you don't understand how they work. That's one way, right? The fellow who explained to you also doesn't understand. Too bad, right? So now, sorry to say, right? So no, it's like one of my friends sent me one of the video feng shui video, right? So then the feng shui master there, right? So no offense to whoever feng shui master is that, I don't even know who she is, right? And then say that, oh no, this particular year the west is a good sector. To activate the west, you have to put chicken figurine in the west. I was like, oh shit. It is this thought of feng shui advice that give bad reputation to feng shui, right? That's not how you activate. Because why? First of all, the west sector has nothing to do with rooster. You put rooster there, no use, right? The rooster, the U, right? The idea is that because the west has the U there, U which is the rooster, the U is not a rooster. Okay. If you do that, right, all collapses. Same thing, right? So they're trying to, use this figuring thingy. It doesn't work that way, right? So that's why you need to understand what are the energies being pushed. So if let's say that you got ox, then you need to know major earth energy inside your chart represent what. That is what you need to do. Then the rest of the two energy will come in and assist you, right? So if it's inside your chart, means it's something that you can action upon. It's something that you have. If it's not inside your chart, means that it's an external energy. So your luck pillar, your annual energy is all called external factor. Right, so those you got no control over, but you can allow and adapt. Right, so that's where you come in. Right, if the energy is coming in, then you allow the energy to come in to assist you. That's all. Right, so let's take a look at it. Right, so understanding then is become very easier once you have all this theory. By the way, this page I will send to you in the Telegram. Right, though this one is sent to you in the Telegram. So you know that the major fire for fourth frame, so which is the tiger, horse, and also the dog, right? So again, nothing to do with tiger, nothing to do horse, then nothing to do with dog. Those fella who say that, oh, you put a horse figurine in the south. Don't. Please. Don't do that. Right? So you can have fire and earth, right? So fire and earth basically what we call this one enhances. Now from the energetic point of view, it's basically because it's a fire frame. So fire frame talk about passion, talk about enthusiasm. That's what fire is, passion, enthusiasm. Right? So it allowed that foresight in education and also in influence. Because why education? Wood belong to education. Metal, which is the dog, belong to influence. So can you see that education, influence all come up together to basically give you enthusiastic foresight. So people who has the fire frame, usually good teacher. More inspiring as a teacher, right? So more inspiring as a teacher, right? So now you can take a look at your chart already. It's like, oh, I have a dog in my career palace, right? So if you are in the teaching industry or influencing industry, you have a foot in front of other people. That's all, right? But if you do not develop the skill set, you still die. Right, so if you take a look at the snake, so the snake is snake, rooster, and also the ox, right? So this is metal, right? So metal is basically status, right? So it's basically status, power, authority. So the enhancement is status, power, and authority, so that's the main enhancement, right? So it talk about being firm, being fair, right? So because pink fire means everybody can see. Qi earth basically mean kindness, right? So a person who is willing to be kind and let everybody see, is it firm and fair, fella? Right? Can you see the translation is actually just understanding the thing, then you can translate already. Right? So if you got this three harmony formation, then this person probably make a good leader, right? Make a good judge, But you need to be work in that particular things, right? You need to work in that particular area, then only got useful, correct? No? So if let's say that monkey, right, and also a dragon is water, so water is talking about intelligence, right? So the justice part come from the monkey, Keng metal, right? Keng metal always represent justice, power, all right? Right. So the earth, is the protector. So we talk about being empathic, protecting people. It's the wall. The worst is the wall. Right, so it let you come in, it let you get protected, right? It pushes away, right? So together with the Geng, it work together, it's like the soldier on the city wall. It push attacker away so that you can rest, right? Yeah. Okay, right? So no, if let's say it's the pig, the what we call your rabbit and also your goat together, right? So because it's wood, so it's growth related, right? So you have the rainwater which govern connection, right? Put it, govern connection together, right? So now this give you a very fast, very complex learning ability. So which means that you can travel to a lot of places to learn, right? Rainwater allow you to travel to a lot of places. Wood allow you to grow, allow you to be flexible, that you can become a super learner. I see, just knowing all this information, you take a look at your chart, right? You already start to see that in this condition specifically, I am at a point of advantage. Okay, so if you know that in this condition you're in a point of advantage, can you go and find a job that value this sort of quality? You just have to identify the job that value this sort of quality, and you go inside, you become valuable lor. Like that only ma. Why so difficult? Right? So it has nothing to do with luck, right? Luck sit around is equal nothing. A lot of people, the problem when they apply this is that they sit around. Oh, this year I'm lucky, so I sit around do nothing. They think that now recently our Toto 100 million, right? You have to go and buy the Toto ticket like idiot. You didn't go and buy the Toto ticket, of course you didn't win. Right? You say I lucky one. How come I didn't win? Because you did not buy the Toto ticket. Right? You know that the people who win the Toto, how many tickets they buy? You go and check and see. They buy one ticket. Come on, guys. It doesn't work that way. Right? So you need to put in the effort. Right? So I will give you this version. Right? So this version got word, and I will also give you this version. How come this version? Forgot to change to black color. But anyway, I'll give you this version. This version is easier for you to see. Right? So this is easier for you to basically see. Right? So I'll give you these two versions. Right? Can right? So this is what I'll be able to give you lah. Right? So now this is your tree harmony. Right? So hopefully this one is helpful to you. Right? So at least you start to identify what the hell is a tree harmony. Right, so the part of it for you to figure out your BaZi chart, either you buy 1 ringgit can. I think the super toto is 2 ringgit minimum. Cannot. That super toto is 2 ringgit. Right, 2 ringgit. Already finished already, Jazzo. No, they say that people already won it. Anyway, doesn't matter. Right. Okay. Right. So can win or not? Already people already win. Right. Gone already, right? The 100 million distributed out already, done, right? Got people already winning. All right. So okay, cool, right? So now I'll send you that two basic graphical representation to you all, right? So you guys can download and keep it, right? So that's all. Let's see. So increase status and power. I give crazy ideas. Then the snake bring in resources, knowledge, or money, or ox bring important network. Correct. No need. That is how the thinking thought should be, right? So that is the correct thought of thinking, right? So which means that I have this already, the other two will basically come in. So to further enhance this is that you go find somebody whereby that fella has a rooster in the BaZi chart, and even better is that the rooster, let's say that you want the rooster is in the month, and then networking is better to be in the year, so you find an ox person, right? Born in the year of ox, and then another person which is born in the month of rooster, right? So then the snake, rooster, ox connect together to work together with them, right? You can see so this is like super advanced level of what we call working together. So to enhance your chances of meeting with people, rooster is in the west, right? You activate the west, right? So you want to meet west, or you can activate the ox sector. The ox sector, which is the not very good. Ox sector not very good first, because the northeast. So northeast you got the 5 yellow, right? So you got 5 yellow there. That one you have to consider a bit whether you want to. You either get too many resources, which is crappy, or the resource that you try to access is a bit difficult. So you don't activate that, then you go and find people. So rooster is easier to activate. Right, rooster this year is the star number 4, so it's the academic star. You got to find somebody who's again pretty smart. Now this is how you work together with all the information. right? So the feng shui help enhance. So I already know I'm gonna find somebody who is basically on the rooster side. So if let's say that the rooster is resources to you, then go and find somebody who is rooster year. Right? So that's how you customize the information to you. So that's why everybody different. There's no one template to do reading. Right? Everybody is different. You take a look at it, right? So it's very different. Right? I tidy up northeast area. Would that consider disturbing the area? Only if you accidentally drop very heavy object that causes a groundbreaking event. So groundbreaking event basically just vibration. Strong enough of a vibration. Right? Clearing the area basically is fine. Right? So, but you don't go and drag your table around the house, stuff like that. Can, right? So the area just roughly have to be undisturbed. Cool. Right, so that's it for your tree harmony. Right, so hopefully this one help you a bit to understand this. And the more important part for me is that for you to know this is not something that is easy. Yes, enjoy your Sunday, guys. See you guys. Bye.